In the heart of the Middle East, a conflict is getting bigger day by day. Thousands of kilometers away, India, world's fourth largest economy, watches closely. Today, I am going to summarize for you what it means in terms of impact on India and our people. India imports over 85% of its crude oil, much of it from the Middle East. The Israel-Iran conflict has led to a sharp spike in global oil prices, with Brent crude surging past $100 per barrel. This is primarily due to fears of disruption in the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow but vital waterway. Nearly two-thirds of India's crude oil and half of its LNG imports pass through this strait. Iran has threatened to close this strait, raising concerns for India. Rising import bills. Every $10 increase in oil prices could reduce India's GDP growth by 0.3%. This increase could also raise inflation by 0.4%. The surge in oil prices is already feeding into wholesale and retail inflation. The Wholesale Price Index, WPI, is expected to rise by 0.6 and 0.8% in June 25. This could derail the Reserve Bank of India's plans to cut interest rates. Higher fuel and transport costs. This affects everything from food prices to manufacturing. As prices rise, households may cut back on discretionary spending, slowing economic growth. India's trade is heavily reliant on maritime routes through the Red Sea and the Strait of Hormuz. The conflict has already disrupted cargo movement due to Houthi attacks on commercial shipping here. 80% of India's trade with Europe and a significant portion with the US passes through this region. India's exports to Israel have already dropped from $4.5 billion in FY24 to $2.1 billion in FY25. Industries dependent on timely imports, like electronics, chemicals, and pharma, are facing delays. Several Indian industries are feeling the heat from the ongoing conflict. Oil marketing companies like IOC, BPCL, and HPCL are already fighting for margins. Jet fuel accounts for one-third of airline operating costs, making tickets more expensive. Companies like Asian Paints and Burger Paints rely on oil-based raw materials, facing challenges too. India has 20,000 Indians in Israel, including workers and students. Good news is Indian government has already started their evacuation program, Operation Sindhu. The government has brought back 200 peoples, ensuring their safety. Neighboring countries like Nepal and Sri Lanka are also requesting India to help bring back their stranded citizens too from Iran. The Indian stock market has already reacted to the conflict, with Sensex dropping 573 points. The war could put Indian foreign policy in stress, complicating diplomatic relations. India has strong ties with both Israel and Iran, making the situation delicate. Israel is an old trusted friend and defense partner, while Iran is crucial for energy. China and Russia's roles in the region could grow, complicating India's strategic calculus. U.S. involvement and its stance on Iran could influence India's foreign policies significantly. Currently, it looks like neither parties are ready to back down, escalating tensions further. If America doesn't intervene, this war can stretch, at least for a few more weeks. Iran has seemed to find a hole in Israeli air defense system, hitting targets deep inside Israel. Iran is said to have 3,000 ballistic missiles, with the inventory to produce more. Though Israel is also hitting back hard, the current math is in favor of Iran. Let's hope and pray that this gets resolved soon, to avoid a larger conflict. Otherwise, we might be at the brink of WW3, a situation we must avoid. I will keep bringing more updates to you in next days. Please subscribe and support if you liked the video. Looking forward to your feedbacks in comments.